Hey there, this is the author Andrew Snorton, and you're joining us for a special edition of the Fast 15 as fellow author Christopher Smith and I will go ahead and share selections from our audiobooks and more. So enjoy. Yes, we got it. Good Lord have mercy. Chris, it is good to see you again, my brother. How you doing, sir?
Hey man, it is awesome to see you, man. I'm doing great. I'm feeling blessed, man. How are you?
You know what? Delays don't mean defeat. So that's my testimony for tonight. Delays don't mean defeat. What's up, A1 Joe? So tonight is going to be great because we're going to play a couple of selections from our current audiobooks. But before we do that, like we always do every time we do the Fast 15, we want to take a moment for folks that are tuning in that might be having a rough day, a rough week, a rough stretch, whether it's professional things that are going on, personal things going on. We want to say we hear you, we see you, we acknowledge you. You have every right to feel some type of way, but you have a bigger right to make sure you don't stay stuck in those situations. And introduce the track, little bit of at least one takeaway you want people to have. Let's play it, and then you're gonna run and ask me my first set. So go ahead.
Okay, that's perfect, man. So this first track that I want to play, this is called Beauty Rest, right? Beauty Rest, and this is featuring the amazing Wisdom Bibb. Shout out to him. He is on the instrumental. He produced it. He is the one who's playing the trumpet. And shout out to Dave Walker. He is actually the person who wrote this poem and allowed me to be the voice of this poem. And so the main thing that I want everybody to take from this, after you've had a long, stressful day, or even if you had a great day, continue to reflect and bask into that greatness and tell yourself that you are beautiful inside and out. So, and beautiful people, it is not even about physically beautiful. It's about mentally beautiful, emotionally beautiful. And so, yeah, shout out to Soul Train, Don Cornelius.
Yeah, Rich Living Coach checking in from Houston, Texas. So he's doing some great things out there. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and run that first track.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm about to go ahead and run it right now. Hold on 1 second. Because you are the sunshine. Now, it is time for the sun to set. Just let the trumpet play just to relax you. Thank you. Thank you, Rich Living Coach. Talk to us about your audiobook. I believe that you have an audiobook that you are sharing with the world. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, sure. So actually, I have an audiobook series called the Author's Mixtape. And the logic behind it was, if you think about elements of the freestyle culture of hip hop, especially with the hip hop mixtapes, and you think about the improvisational styles of jazz, the whole concept was basically to bring those elements to the audiobook world. So back in August of 2020 was really the first release. And I have to give shouts to my team, Third Level Entertainment, as well as Canis Major Digital. So the whole concept was this. When we started, and we record, I do it every 6 months. So every August and every February is when I release. The very first one set the tone because, unlike a lot of people, I came in the studio without not writing anything. what happened was Third Level Entertainment, the owner's daughters wrote down 20 random topics. We put them in a hat. I had to pick a topic. I had 5 minutes to go in the booth and outline something based on that topic. And based on if we did a traditional spoken word or the music track, Third Level Entertainment had to come up with a track that would fit. So in a basic 2-hour studio session, the first time I did it, August 2020, had 7 tracks. Everything is like straight from the dome. Then, and that first one's titled Organic Musings from H2O, and we spelled it Too.
Okay.
And there's a little interesting backstory behind it that I'll
stop, rip up the paper, start, stop. And then you just go sit down and be like, I'm through with this mess. But that's just part of the process. And then you sit and think, and then you pick up the pieces, you know, like Booker T and the MGs, pick up the pieces. I think that's who did it, but you can quote me on that. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You pick up the pieces and you put that puzzle together, and it's an even greater picture than what you imagine. That's because what are you doing? You're working with your filet of leftovers. I don't think you're getting me. So let's think of something else. Here's another one, fashion. I'm going to come up with the next great idea, the next great t-shirt, jeans, hats, masks. And you know how you do your little sketch, you know, sketch right on the piece of paper, start, stop. This doesn't look right. This looks lopsided. How many sizes, how many numbers, all this type of thing. And it's just like, oh my goodness. And then you pause for a minute and a day or two, and then it kind of percolates. It's time for the percolator. And you come up with something a little bit greater. That's because you had your druthers. And you made a masterpiece out of your what? Your filet of leftovers.
Recognize your desire to push away the difficulty, to reach towards something that will soothe the difficulty in the moment. Now turn toward it. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your mouth a few times. Relax. Inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Now, invite into your awareness a large figure of compassion and strength who envelops you into a blanket of love and security. Imagine this figure is holding you. This figure is telling you, don't forget, kind one. The world is yours.
What's on your mind? Is it how the time rewinds when you are flowing in your purpose, but it's worth it? All right, now snap out of it. Get up, get up, get up, get up, make it happen. You relaxing and time is passing you by. Time flies. Have you ever seen your idea floating across the TV screen only to realize it wasn't you? I mean, it was your idea, but you sat on it because you thought you weren't clear about how this was gonna come to pass. I mean, did that feeling last, or did you sit on your genius? And I mean this when I say this. Everything that comes to mind has a place in time, in your life, in your grind. When you shine, keep in mind that everything started with an idea. Am I making
So
this
again,
clear?
the Fast 15 was almost about 45 minutes to an hour, but we wanted to pack in something special for everybody tonight. And like we said from the jump, if there's anyone out there that is struggling with something, we hope what you heard tonight helps you start to pivot and get the positive lift that you need. And for those of you that are already feeling good, you know, hey, continue those vibes. Chris, I'm going to have you close this out. Are there any other words of wisdom, insight that you like to share with people?
Oh yeah, man. Once again, I definitely want to thank you, Mr. Snorton, for allowing me to be able to get on your platform and be able to share Trap Reflections Volume 1 and share my story and be able to share everything that I'm doing right now, because I just feel like being that we are human beings, we are here to create. And if I can inspire anybody to create and be who they want to be in this world, then I've done my job. I feel like it's so important for us to uplift each other. And this platform right here is such a positive platform where we're sharing one another's, projects. You're sharing your mixtape. I'm sharing my meditation album. And we're giving off that same positive energy and that same quantum alignment that is meant to be. And that's what this is all about. So, everybody out there, man, you're not alone. And I just want you guys, no matter what you're going through, no matter whether it's something good, something bad, always think about how much better you can be.
I tell you what, on that note, we're going to keep it positive. Hopefully we've planted some seeds for folks. And again, for folks who needed the encouragement, needed the lift, hopefully this provided you all that, whether it's a big step or a little crawl or whatever, that, hey, slow or swift movement is movement. Many thanks to Christopher Smith for joining us on a special edition of the Fast 15, and shouts to 98.7 KISS FM Birmingham for helping lend support. Make sure to pick up Trap Reflections by Christopher Smith, and don't forget to get the Author's Mixtape by yours truly, the author Andrew Snorton. Take care, and we'll see you soon.